Welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us. We take you back to the Northwest now, where our reporter Moloko Moloto is actually on standby with the Acting Secretary General, that's Paul Mashatile, as well as Nono Maloi. Let's take you there quickly.
Work together, go out, work with our communities, address the challenges that are there in our communities, build the structures of the ANC, of the leagues, of the women's leagues, the veterans leagues, but most importantly, ensure that there's improved service delivery on the ground. That is a #1 priority. This coming weekend, the newly elected PEC will have an induction where they will discuss policies of the ANC, the history of the ANC, and then they will hit the ground to go to all communities. So we believe that the conference has gone very well. This is a very successful 9th provincial conference of the Northwest Province. Thank you very much.
Comrade Chair, do you want to just take a bite?
Yeah, our journey starts today. I'm now rushing to the chamber. The caucus of the ANC from Madibeng is waiting for us. We are going to stabilize that municipality now. The second one is what the TG just spoke about, political education. We are starting with the PEC this coming weekend. And then from there, starting from next week Monday, each and every PEC member of the ANC will be on the ground, rebuilding structures of the African National Congress, renewal, and uniting all members of the ANC. Starting from Monday, we are setting up systems, preparing for the 2024 national elections. Our intention is to win those elections convincingly. This thing of 50%, 42%, and so on, we are not going to talk about that thing. We aim to get not less than 60% as the Northwest. So it's all hands on deck. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We can just take the questions. Kalani Papadia from Newsroom After TG. You have started the nomination processes, and we do understand that that will go to the branches. They should start with their BGMs as soon as possible as well. All this in preparation towards your 55th National Conference. How are you intending to ensure that all these processes run smoothly in the next 2 months?
Well, firstly, let me say that we have not started yet. We will start after the 7th of September. How will we ensure that everything goes smoothly? We've got a conference, National Conference Preparatory Committee that has a number of subcommittees, which is chaired by myself. It will lead those processes. The National Conference Preparatory Committee also includes provincial secretaries, so we are covered all over the country. That is the structure that is going to foresee the process towards the National Conference in December.
Okay. We must direct it nicely. We will come in.
What is Northwest's position on the step aside? We know that the provinces that have called for its spreading. What is your position?
No, I've said it before, that we support the step aside rule. It's an important rule of the African National Congress to ensure that we bring back morality and proper ethics in the ANC. I think other provinces do not necessarily have fundamental problems with the step-aside rule. The only problem they have is with the application of the rule. So I don't think we must interpret what other provinces are saying, and I don't think we must interpret what we are saying. We support it, we don't have a problem with it, and so on, but it must be applied properly.
The provincial chairperson speaks about a majority of branches that are led by criminals, people that are not even members of the ANC. What does this mean for the period that there was no full-time leadership? What was the IPC doing? Because there was also a new membership system that we were told was being implemented. How did it not pick up these thugs ending up at the helm of branches?
Now, the IPC, supported by head office, has done a lot of work in rebuilding structures of the ANC and so on. But you'll agree with me that the reality on the ground is that we have areas, if you go to Klerksdorp audits or water, for an example, you will find people who are not necessarily members of the ANC hijacking meetings of the ANC. Some of them getting into leadership positions forcefully and so on. That is why we spoke about cleaning up our membership system and getting rid of the thugs who are not necessarily members of the ANC and so on, who have hijacked our structures. So we are starting with that process. That's why I said on Monday, each and every PEC member will be on the ground to ensure that we rebuild and renew structures of the movement.
Okay, let's take them to you and then we'll be the last one.
Well, this conference was marked by a court challenge, and there is another constitutional court bid that is in the offing. Emerging out of this conference, are you confident that you are better off or worse off, evidenced by all these court challenges?
Well, I can only make an appeal to ANC members to resolve their problems internally. We have set up dispute resolutions mechanisms. If a member is not happy about the outcome of a BGM, etc., they can go to a higher structure, the region, from the region to the province, from the province to national. We've got the National Dispute Resolution Committee. Let them bring their issues there. We will resolve them. We have been doing that all over the country. I'm confident that we will continue to resolve these problems within the structures of the ANC. If you can look throughout the past months that we have been running conferences, all those who have gone to court have never won. Because we make sure that when we run these conferences, we follow all due processes of the ANC. And therefore, those who have disputes, they must come to the ANC, we'll resolve their problems. Let's go out of the courts.
Okay, let's take you to the last one.
The last time we spoke to you in Mafeking, and we asked you if you're going to act in after you defeated him. You said you can't speak about it because you don't have a PEC, not a complete structure. Now that you do, will that be on the top of your list when you meet with the PEC?
Axing people is not on our agenda. We are not focusing on those things. It's not even on my vocab. Our program is rebuilding, renewing, uniting the ANC, and ensuring that there is stability in all our municipalities and in the provincial government. So axing people, Kumangena is not on our agenda.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, those were live visuals there of that impromptu press briefing or media briefing by those leaders. That's Treasurer General Paul Mashatile as well as newly elected chairperson Nono Maloyi. Now, still to